How are we doing? I'm good, thanks for asking. Firstly, I want to give a shout out to BumbleJumper82 who gave me a mention in his last video. Thank you, mate. In his last video he did a review of Generation 1 Quick Switch, which was very good. I do recommend you watch it. We all know 6-shot is better though, don't we? He also recently did a review on Siege Hotlink, which was really good fun. Do give it a look and give him a subscribe if you feel so inclined. Anyway, speaking of Seekers. Right, so you know I said I wasn't going to do any toy reviews on this channel because there's already toy reviewers out there and they've been in the game much longer than I have, so I was going to keep away from it and I wouldn't do any at all. You know I said that? You remember I said that? Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I'm not. No. 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 Well, I suppose I'll have to then, Your Majesty. I'll compromise and say this is my impressions. How about that? Recently, I picked up 3 Earthrise Seekers, and we should all know these guys by now. Feast your eyes on Earthrise Starscream, Thundercracker, and Skywarp. Now these aren't exactly new, but they've proven quite difficult to get hold of, but my wonderful girlfriend managed to track down Starscream for me, and I was very glad of that, and then Kapow Toys managed to get Thundercracker and Skywarp in stock, so I thought, well, why not? I'll have all 3 of them. And this is the first time ever in my years of collecting that I've actually had all 3 of the original Seekers. I've never had them all before, I've only ever had Starscream. So yeah, it's a new one for me, very good first impression so far. I wanted to pick up the Masterpiece scale of the Mate Toys Howling Meteor just for this feature. In Jet mode and in Robot mode, in the Masterpiece scale it has the orange cockpit, the glass on the cockpit, and I would have spent considerably more money on the Masterpiece scale than I would do on this, so I'm really pleased that this figure comes of it. They all do really. It just looks so G1. I just love the accuracy to it, loyal to the cartoon and the original comics and toys. I just love how that looks, and I would have spent considerably more getting the Mate Toys figure. Whilst I'm very much a Starscream fan, I think Skywarp wins this one. The colours in this mode and the Jet mode just really stand out, whereas Starscream and Thundercracker can almost come across a little bit bland. Almost. Thundercracker just pops, and he's got the best face sculpt you can see. Try and put it into any kind of focus for you. The purple and the black really catches the eye. In Siege, of course, the purple doesn't go all the way up to the shoulders, and I really kind of feel that misses something. And in Earthrise, it just really captures that unmistakable Decepticon colour scheme look. Right, so we're just getting transformed. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute. So here we have the Jet mode, which looks very nice. It's a decent size, good scale to it, fairly decent weight. It doesn't have a lot of features to it, not that it necessarily needs to. It does have a couple of detachable null rays which go onto their arms in robot mode. It does suffer from not having a landing gear. I would kind of like that on the front of it. But it's still a very nice mode. It could do with a few more ports, I think. It's got some, but they're not very well placed. But still, it's really good mode. As good as it looks, Thundercracker does just kind of look like a pile of blue in this form. I know he is meant to be the blue man of the group. And here we have all 3 in their Earthrise bot modes. First impression is they're a lot tidier than the Siege version. Skywarp's purple arms give him more character and wins the Best Faceplate award. But I can't help it, I'm a Screamer fan. Perhaps I could have liked his grey to be a bit more of an off-white colour, but I'm not going to complain. A big impression I got here, as small as it sounds, is actually the ankle tilt. And this gets you some really good poses. It's funny, we don't have this level of engineering in some Masterpiece scale figures. And then a Chuck line comes along and does it as well as I've ever seen. And I've said it before, I do think this is Takara raising their game. My only complaint would be is that we can't add the blast effects that easily. You can add them to the jet engines, but you have to slightly untransform them to do it. And you can't add them to the null rays either. Still, it's a small thing. Transformation is pretty intuitive for a Chuck line, and when you look at the underside of the jet, you can see how it unfolds into a robot. Not too dissimilar to MP11. These guys are great. The Jet mode maybe lacks a bit of playability and features, but they all look and feel great. The transformation isn't too much of a pain, and all 3 of them look brilliant together. I recommend you pick them up if you're into this toy line. On average they're about £30 each, and I think that's more than fair enough. Overall, I give this Seeker Squadron 4.5 Rodimus Star Badges out of 5. And that's all we have time for today. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.